You could probably put either a little bit warmer.
Okay, we're on now. Good evening, everyone. This is the planning board meeting for July 20th. We have a very brief agenda this evening. One item being Brandon and Ashley Alferio, am I saying your name correctly?
Yes.
Okay. They would like to have a dog kennel at their home on Gilbert Lane. So if you'd like to come up here to the podium and explain to us what it is you want to do.
Hello.
Nice to see you this evening.
Thank you. Thank you for seeing us.
Are you in relation to Gary Alfaro?
I am. I know you very well. I'm Jason Alfaro's daughter. Good to see you
I was
again.
gonna say Jason next.
Yes. I saw you on the planning board, so it's good to see you again. This is my husband, Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
Nice to meet you all.
We've owned a home in Limington for 4 years, and we are asking today that we are able to build a small 6-dog kennel on our property, and that's going to hopefully allow us to groom a couple dogs and to board a few dogs occasionally through seasons. We still want to keep our property extremely residential. We have 6 acres, and this is going to cover less than 1 acre of our property. And we actually live on a private road, and our neighbors, we have talked to and discussed this with. And our other abutters are Dayton Sand and Gravel, so they're actually not present. So the back of our property is abutted by woods for noise barriers to our neighbors. And we're gonna have just plain woods behind us going all the way back to the next road. Let's see.
You're gonna call it Coastal Canine Care?
I do plan on calling it Coastal Canine Care only because I've had a couple people that I've been dog sitting for, which means I've gone to their homes and I sit overnight with them. And that's going to be between here and between Portland. So using the name Coastal Canine will allow me to do that without keeping my primary customers only in Limington. Here in Limington, I'd like to board maybe 2 or 3 dogs at a time, a few days a week. I don't want this to be an everyday full business. I'd like it to be more of a side hobby. And I'd actually like it to generate profits for a non-profit that I'd like to invest into. And I'm investing in that out of my restaurant and hopefully with the profits of this. Nonprofits take a very long time to organize. They take between 1 year and 2 years to organize. So I've started with a couple other people looking at organizing a nonprofit in Maine to rescue a couple dogs. So that's going to be something that's in the future. But that's where the profits from this is going to go, even though it's a for-profit business. I'm going to be donating a lot of those to a nonprofit. And on our property, we're asking that we put down a 30 by 10 cement pad. And on top of that, it's going to have 6 separate gates where dogs can go in and out. So if I do have a couple dogs I'm boarding or grooming that don't get along, they're gonna have plenty of room inside to be alone. And outside, I'm asking that it allowed to be fenced in, so they can go outside, they can exercise, and we have good shade there for temperature as well. As well as we have plenty of room inside of my garage. I'm asking we renovate that a little. We put in a dog grooming table and we put in a couple boarding stalls. I'm looking to get those from Gator Appliances. I've been researching the best boarding stalls to get. They look extremely safe and a lot of kennels in New Hampshire are using them right now. And furthermore, I'm looking to put down an epoxy in our garage so it's nice and clean for cleanup. I have a contract with Mellons already, and they're happy to expand my contract and pick up more at my house if needed. I have a contract with them at my other business in Limington with a large dumpster. They have a couple different dumpster sizes they've offered to pick up at my house, and they're comfortable picking up bagged waste as long as we shovel it and bag it appropriately for them. Additionally to that, the Department of Agriculture would have to come to our house, and they're gonna be the ones that would decide on if we could have the boarding kennel license or not ultimately. And they are going to check the grounds, the sanitary measures, and they check to make sure that the dogs have enough space. Other than that, furthermore, they'd issue that, and then they would visit once a year to make sure that it would stay state licensed and up to their protocol and up to their standards. Let's see, what next? If you have any questions, I am prepared to answer those. Other than that, we're really excited and committed to keeping it small at our house, but we do want to be able to keep 3 to 6 dogs on our property for either boarding or grooming at a time. And hours for that, for grooming, I'd like to be 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., mostly on weekdays. Other than that, drop-off times for dogs, for dogging, boarding would vary because some people want to drop off in the morning and some people would like to drop off in the afternoon. And if you do have any questions, I'm very open to those.
Did you say you had a restaurant in town?
I do, I own the kitchen, right off the road at the airport.
Oh,
The old runway.
of course, I'm sorry.
Melons, has had a contract with me for 2 years, but they're happy to come to my house too. They do the
So
town.
you're voting, will somebody always be there when the dogs are there?
Yes, absolutely, yep. We have a couple people that we've lined up if we were going to open a bigger facility. I looked at the building down the road next to Limington Variety to do a bigger dog boarding facility, and that's actually the first paperwork I passed into Craig.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yeah, he called Joyce or Jane possibly to switch that application for me, because I backed out of that lease. But we've never gotten to utilize our 6 acres, and I think that we would really like to be able to build something on it and do something on it, even if it's really small. And then building ever becomes better, next to Limington Variety, I would love to lease that and turn that into something good for the town, but I'm not ready to jump into that or fix that yet.
Questions?
Was that the old church?
Yes, it is the old
Yep.
church. Yes, it's a big building. I've never looked at something that big before. It's a good opportunity, but it's definitely not as big as I want to take on because I primarily run the restaurant most of the time. But we do close at 2 p.m. and I do have a really great passion for dogs and I go home in the afternoon. So I'd love to be able to groom some dogs in the afternoon. And my friends that already go away that I house sit for, I think they'd love to be able to come drop them off. My husband's family, they own a guide service for hunting dogs. And in the rare times that his family travels, they would love to be able to drop their dogs off so I could board them too. And
Do you
generate.
have a limit on the type of dogs? Like I know some kennels will not take a pit bull or a pit bull mix.
I would personally like to stick to certain breeds. I'm very experienced with huskies, German shepherds, labs, and hunting dogs, and those are generally the dogs I'd like to take. I'm not a dog trainer, but I do have handling skills, especially between me and my husband, between hunting dogs and dogs that need to be leashed all the time and harnessed all the time. But I would like to deny aggressive dogs, especially with what happened. My sister at the restaurant, a couple people know she got bit by a dog there. So we always just want to be very, very safe with our practices. We also have a vet lined up in case of an emergency. If anything that did arise that we needed to take a dog to the vet immediately, the Portland Emergency Clinic's open 24 hours overnight. And the Hollis Animal Clinic has surgical tools too if there was an emergency in the day that they were open. And the Hollis Animal Clinic is 8 minutes from our house because we're on the far side of Limington. Other than that, we would ask everyone that dropped a dog off had all of their necessary vaccines, such as their distemperament, their rabies, but we would like to go further and ask if they also had their kennel cough as well as their bordetella. And if it is a hunting dog, they're probably gonna have a couple more anti-vaccinations too, maybe even anti-Lyme, not that Lyme can spread. But we are in a really residential area and I would never want us to be liable for a dog getting a tick on our property, and it go into something like that.
It'd be pretty difficult. Does anyone have questions?
Is that the road that Tony Gammon lives on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the
Yep.
Gammons we bought our house, from Crystal Bishop, but the Gammons did build it. They're our neighbors and they're very nice.
So Gilbert Lane is exactly where?
Right off of 117,
Just-
not far
You
from,
come out 117 to the end to Cape Road, take a left. It's gonna be like the first left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep. And we own from the road back to the Gammons. So in front of us, there's no house, and behind us, it's just them.
Yeah.
And they're actually very far back. We can't even see their house through the woods. But we're very friendly with them. And then to the other side is Daytonson and Graffle property, and there's no one over there.
So the way this functions here is that we take a vote tonight to accept your application. Any questions anyone has. And then in 2 weeks, we hold a public hearing. And Donna advertises it in the Shopper's Guide and in the Portland Press Herald and on the webpage. And all of the abutters get notified, so they can come if they choose to. So we would ask you to be here on, let me see, the next meeting would be on August, what's the first Monday in August? Somebody help me here.
Third, maybe?
I think it's the 3rd.
I think it is
The
too.
3rd, yeah. So August 3rd, if that's the date.
That's the date.
Okay,
And,
August 3rd.
Are we gonna do a site walk?
Yep,
Good.
at 7 o'clock. So you would be here at 7, and the way that functions is that the people in the audience have the opportunity to ask you questions. And then the board, if they have any more questions, would ask. And then we
Yes.
would vote to okay or deny. 99 and 9/10% of the time we vote to okay. Then a notice of decision is written, and that stipulates all the conditions we have put on it, like the hours, I don't know, whatever it might be. We,
Absolutely.
you know, we have within the zoning ordinance, we have some specifics that we go through.
That's great. We would love to be able to do that.
So now we need to set up, and I of course forgot my thing, a site walk.
Sounds
And
good.
I'm assuming since you work and that afternoons or late afternoons would be best for you.
Yes, it would.
Any
Primarily,
particular day?
Tuesdays I have more time.
Okay,
And other than that, any weekday would be good. The weekends I'm at the restaurant pretty late, even though we close at 2.
Tuesday's good for me too.
Tuesday's good.
Tuesdays,
Tuesday good with you guys?
which Tuesday, next Tuesday?
Tuesday, the 28th,
Tuesday, the 28th?
is that?
That is good for me.
I won't be here on the Tuesday. I'll be in Vermont.
2 people will not be here on the 28th.
Okay.
What do you personally have for a dog?
I have a husky.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice dogs.
She's really good. Yeah. I have,
Tuesday before the 28th?
Well, there's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, this tomorrow. I could do Thursday this week. Does that work?
let me check my calendar.
The 23rd?
I actually have a commitment on Thursday this week.
Me too.
Well, it can be that,
Me too.
I'm free next week.
I can't do Thursday.
Make it for Tuesday.
Yeah.
I mean, just-
yeah, if we were to do it on Thursday, the 28th, there would be 3 of us that could
Tuesday,
come.
yeah.
Tuesday, the
Yeah.
28th. And then the other 2 gentlemen, if they could make arrangements with you or your husband, whichever one might be there to come and see separately.
We could do that.
Sometimes it's hard to get all of us together.
Right.
on
That's
the
okay.
same
I go
day.
between here and there.
Yeah.
I unfortunately have a commitment Thursday. And then next Thursday, the 30th, I'm actually dog sitting for someone as well. So I'll be at their house, not mine.
So, what time do you get away from the restaurant?
Like 3:30 would be wonderful.
3:30?
Yeah,
Is that okay with you
on,
guys?
on Tuesday I could do any time. Actually, I misplaced my words. I could do any time between 1:30 and 4:30, whatever is best with you guys.
What
About
time do you
one. How
want?
about one?
1 o'clock?
No, she said 1:30
I
to
could make one.
3:30.
I could still make one
Let's-
work.
let's do-
3:30. Oh, okay.
Well, we could do 2, just to give a little
Okay.
leeway. How about 2?
Yep, 2 o'clock on Tuesday, the 28th. Does that work for you?
Yep, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. What?
1 p.m.?
I'm sorry, Pete, I
1
didn't.
o'clock?
2 o'clock on Tuesday, the 28th. Okay. Okay? All righty, do you have any questions for us?
I do not. I've talked to Craig a lot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I've spent,
And Craig usually comes with us on our sidewalks.
yes, definitely. I've done a couple of things with Craig.
Okay.
And he goes over a lot with me. I spent a lot of
Okay.
time in his office over this. So
Okay.
thank you guys very much. If you have any other questions for me tonight.
So we'll see you on August 3rd at 7 o'clock, and then we'll also see you on Tuesday, the 28th at 2 o'clock.
Wonderful, that is good. Thank you guys.
Say hello to your father. I haven't seen him in a long time.
I will. I'll tell him to say hi.
Yep.
Definitely, thank you.
All right, is there a motion to accept their application that was presented to us for a dog kennel business?
Make a motion.
Darrell made the motion, is there a second? Bob seconded it. All in favor? Okay, see you then.
Thank you.
So the only other agenda item is to just give a brief discussion on data centers. And I had met with the select board, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago or something. And they are going to present a moratorium referendum question to the town pretty soon to put a 6-month curtailment on any development of data centers that can be extended, and it probably would need to be extended if we have if the board has to create a data center ordinance. So there really isn't a lot to discuss at this point. I might have told you before that they're going to get in touch with MMA Legal, with town council, with our state senator and our state rep to see if it's possible to deny completely data centers. I don't know whether I'm not sure what the state law says about that and whether they would preclude the towns from putting in a complete abstinence from data centers.
Why would they want to do that?
I don't know.
But the town
I'm
can-
just saying that those are the options
The
that are out there.
state came very, very close to doing that.
Well, they tried to, and
Yeah,
then,
and it was only because of the operation up in Jay that was underway at the time that
Right.
stopped that, but that probably would have gone through.
Yeah.
I don't see that being anything.
Well, I think there's
around here.
No.
if the
Well,
town.
they have closed systems that would cool those things down, depends on the size of it.
Yeah, that would be, I think, my personal opinion is that we would have to
I don't see
designate,
any, water couldn't be an option in this town for sure, but,
Water would be.
water would be a big option, would be a big problem, I
When you
think.
get into,
yeah, I don't believe one could come in here
no.
and use the water.
So anyway, we'll worry about those things. And the other thing that they had asked, I believe they asked us as a planning board to do, is to get some articles that other towns who have passed, data center referendum questions, just to see how they were worded, et cetera. And we can certainly do that. But,
there's an
That's-
awful lot of towns that have the same thing, have a
Right, they-
moratorium as we speak.
right, exactly.
Everybody's
Most-
scrambling to.
Right, most people haven't developed the referendum. But I would assume that Southern Maine Regional Planning probably has some information they could share, and we certainly can find out from the state rep, et cetera, if the state has anything, we should obviously be aware of that as well. So anyway, that's just where we're at. We'll see what happens. Maybe the town will vote no on the moratorium. You never know.
I don't see anything wrong with a moratorium,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I think we need it to determine
I
how.
think we do
How
too.
they're going to react and how.
They're
temporary. I mean, till
they're
it's voted.
new and they're
Yeah,
causing problems, and so we need to go into it with our eyes wide open.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I
I
think-
did quite a bit of research. The only problem they have with them is the amount of water they use.
Both water, electricity,
Yeah.
and noise.
Electricity.
Very noisy.
And Bob, I think I sent all of you the information that Bob got from the.
Yeah, I printed it off
Yeah.
and I've read through it.
Yeah, so we have already some starting points that we can address the issue with. So I'll let you, I think they're going to be holding that special town meeting shortly. I'm not sure if it's next week, I forgot what they said, but they'll announce it anyway. And that's it on data centers. So let's do the minutes, which I haven't read yet, I'm sorry to say, of June 15th.
I was going to send them out again this morning. I wish I had. Because they were out over a week ago.
They were.
Yeah, I've misplaced mine somewhere, then I deleted everything, which is, I gotta stop doing.
see where the Amish people have started down here.
Yeah, I saw that.
So they must have got their permit from the state.
They did.
What's that?
The building supply down on 25 has
started?
broke ground, yes.
Oh,
Awesome.
they've started?
Yes, they have.
Oh, wow.
Good for them.
Does anybody have any corrections on
I've
it?
got one, it's minor.
Okay, Bob,
No, it's on page 3.
okay.
It is 1, 2, 3, fourth paragraph that starts with Chair Foley said Craig.
Yeah,
Okay, last line, Mr. Lowry said if there is a
Compliant.
complaint,
oh, that's
you get your A and
compliant?
R
Right.
transposed.
Oh,
Just make it AI instead of IA, and you're good.
it's, if there is a complaint.
You've got it, if there
It
is a
says
compliant.
I didn't even catch that.
Other than that, I thought it looked pretty good.
I have one on page 2.
Okay,
4 up from the bottom, 4 paragraphs up. Will trees be removed?
yeah,
The sentence is awkward and doesn't quite make sense. Will trees be removed in the tree line? And Chair Foley said during the site walk, 2 trees would be removed.
that's pretty bad.
Let's see.
There was a question asking. if
I
trees
think
would be
perhaps if, we get rid of will trees be removed, and instead, in the tree line, 2 trees would be removed.
That's fine, that's really
I
simple.
think that's really all we need,
Short and
because yes,
sweet.
we did talk about it during the site walk, but I don't feel like that's necessary to the understanding. I think if we just put
So the whole sentence will just be, in the tree line, 2 trees would be removed, period.
I think so.
Okay, looked good to me,
It just makes more sense that way.
sure.
Any other corrections? If not, is there a motion to accept the minutes of June 15th as amended?
Yep.
Bob made the motion,
I'll second.
Grace seconded. All in favor?
Okay.
Minutes are accepted. Anybody else have any other business to bring up?
When's the next meeting?
Next meeting will be August 3rd, the
Yep.
first Monday of the month.
Oh, there was an error nobody caught.
Don't tell them.
We went kind of fast, so,
Page 3,
yeah.
3rd paragraph up, above period, conditions period. First sentence in the 3rd paragraph out.
The one that asked for a motion to.
Oh, yeah, yeah, she has 2 periods.
I
in-
noticed it this morning when I printed it.
Yeah,
I was gonna give you a pass on that, Donna.
Pardon me?
I was gonna give you a pass on that one.
I'm surprised nobody caught it.
Then if there's no other business, is there a motion to adjourn? But Daryl made the motion, is there a second? Pete seconded, all in favor?
Darrell made a motion, and who seconded?
Pete seconded.
Okay, Pete.
It was a unanimous vote to. Since
I think the
adjourn.
location
Can't find the right word.
of
Thank you, everyone, we'll see you
dog
on
kennel here is
August
much
1st.
better than on Route 25.
Yeah, hold on, guys,
Yeah.
hold on, please. Okay.
I was glad to see.